Good evening. Thank you for joining me for a chair yoga practice. Tonight you will need a pillow or two and perhaps a block if you have that. And the purpose of those is we may put them on our lap or under our feet towards the end. And so just like all of our practices, it is yours. So notice what shows up in your own body. If an asana or a posture feels really good to you, absolutely feel free to stay there or explore going further or pulling back. So as always, you are in control of your own practice and I'm making suggestions. So as we're here, when you have your seat, chair yoga, the chair would be very important. And ideally we would be able to reach to the back. If you have armrests on your chair, no worries, just adapt as you need to. Maybe you won't be able to reach back all the way without having to go out to the side, not a problem. And so while you're here, maybe feeling your feet connect to the ground, the shoulders slide down and back. You may even choose to sit back in your chair. Notice anything that is presenting itself to you tonight. Sometimes I like to close my eyes or to look down at my mat. Finding some softness, some peace, some tranquility. Notice your environment. Any of the sounds, the smells, the taste on your lips, what you can feel. And gently having the hands on the thighs, maybe palms facing down or resting on the knees. Observe any places that feel tight today. Places that are asking for a bit more support. And if you could express some gratitude to places that feel really strong today, that feel well. Honor what shows up in your own body. And this is just practice. Not getting upset if we run into any barriers. And gently this evening, maybe you take one hand and you place it on your belly. Just notice what shows up. Feel the tenderness or heat from your hand, gently touching the belly. You might begin to work on that breath. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Continue to practice taking a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Allow the other hand to travel towards the chest, spreading the fingers and allowing that softness to still occur through the face, the mouth. Breathe in, relax the shoulders on an exhale. Reaching in nice and tall. Exhaling, feeling the seat underneath of you. Is it firm? Is it soft? And breathing. Taking 5 more cycles of breath. Breathing in, belly rises, chest may open up. Exhale, let it go. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more, breath in. Exhale. Out. Releasing. Keep the breath going. Just start to move your hands away from the body. Some wrist circles, going the opposite ways. Opening and closing these hands tightly, opening them really wide, feeling the skin between the fingers stretch. Extend your own right hand and perhaps pulling back on the fingers, feeling the stretch through the arm. Go the other way, flip the palm down, extending. Switch the arms. Left hand can go up now. Flip the palm down, take a breath. Gently interlace the fingers, let the elbows relax, and just roll the wrists a few times. Being mindful if any pain shows up in any of these postures, that we can adapt it or not do it. Allow the hands to relax and just shaking your own hand so it goes up and down. Nice and loose through the wrists as you do this to the other side. And I found that many of my students enjoy and patients enjoy perhaps taking the thumb and trying to bring it back towards the forearm. It doesn't have to get anywhere near close to that. And then doing the other side, my thumb towards my forearm. Then flip the arm over and massage down the forearm, right in the center. Doing the other side, still letting that breath come in, go out. Tonight we'll be trying to relieve tension in the body, finding some grounding peace, and playing. Relax the arms, maybe the shoulders go down and back. And so we'll take the hands, and a few cycles you're going to rub your hands together till we create some heat. Still breathing, feeling the palms rub up against each other. If you're wearing glasses, you'll want to move them out of the way before we bring our palms to the eyelids with their eyes closed. Stay for another moment. Be a little bit faster, feeling the upper arms waking up. As you take your next breath in, cover the closed eyes with your palms. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Feel the heat on the eyes. Breathing out. Another breath in. Exhale, do that one more time. Keep breathing. Use your inhale and your exhale evenly. Last time here. Nice warm hands. These have been referred to as yoga cups of coffee. And cover the eyes. Take a few breaths. Allow the shoulders to soften. Last inhale. Release the exhale. And soften the arms. Pull one arm across. I'm going to start with my right arm, taking my left hand to back the right arm. And then going over to the left arm. Bring the hands together. They may still be warm. If they are not, rub them together. Just a few moments. And this time we're going to start at the sides of the temple, slightly pulling down towards the lower jaw, trying to release any of the tension here. So once those hands are warm, take one to either side of the temple, and you're going to look a little silly. I am too. So start to pull down nice and gently, Let the mouth hang open. Sliding down. And then releasing. Let's do that another 2 times. So hands on either side of the temple. Drawing down. Mouth open. Breath moving. Relaxing. Last one. Maybe keep those hands up. Back to the temples. All down. If you'd like to stay on one spot, do so. Letting the hands relax. Let the arms shake on out. Massage them yourself. Give yourself a little bit of a hug. Switch the arms. And then focusing on the shoulders. So if your feet are not touching the floor, slide a little closer to the edge of your chair so that you can connect to the ground, whether your feet are on your mat, carpet, hardwood floor, whatever's underneath it today. Slide the shoulders up towards your ears. This is going to be our inhalation. So inhale up. As you exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another. Maybe slide them down. Inhale, bring the shoulders forward, maybe caving in, up towards the ears. Exhale, take it back and down. Let's do a few more. Inhale up. Exhale down and back. Inhale up. Squeezing and down. Last one here, released in this manner. Exhale back. Just switch it 3 times. So inhale, bring the shoulders forward, down. Inhale up. Exhale forward and down. Last one, breath in. Exhale down. Let's move on to the neck. Inhale, chin up towards the ceiling. Stay for an exhale. Feel the stretch through the front of the neck. And then after that breath, let the chin drop down towards the floor. Staying for a moment here, feeling the back of the neck. Back up to the ceiling one more time. Inhale. And then exhale, let your chin drop down towards your chest. Bring the right ear over towards the right shoulder while the head is tilted down. Exhale, go over towards the left. The other shoulder, the head is tilted down. Just go back and forth 3 more times, breathing in, over to the right, breathing out, coming forward. Any discomfort showing up here, and then bring your chin a little closer towards neutral. Maybe you're exhaling over to the left shoulder one more time, and then come back to center. Turn your head to the right and the left. Again, observing what shows up. Can you relax your face? And then back to center. Bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Take a breath. Come back up, go the other way. Left ear towards left shoulder. Right back to center. Let's do a few neck rolls. So over towards the right shoulder again. As I breathe in, I'm going to let my head roll back over towards the left. Exhaling, chin towards chest. Landing back over towards the right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, head back. Over to the left. Exhale, chin down. And when you get back to your right ear, let's switch the direction. So inhale, chin forward, head down, over to the left. Exhale back, over to the right. Inhale forward, over to the left. And finish out the exhale as you take your head back. When you get to the right ear, right shoulder, come back to center. Notice if anything needs adjustment, doing so. And I will be turning my chair to the side so you can see just a little bit better for this asana or posture. So Cobra Pose, still allowing the feet to be on the floor, maybe the knees over the ankles. We'll slide our hands back so that either we're holding onto the back of the chair or off to the sides. So as I'm here, opening up the chest, sliding the shoulders down and back, allowing the heart to open outward, maybe a glance up towards the ceiling. If it feels all right to you, holding on to the back of the chair, adding a slight arch to the spine. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out, maybe feeling the thighs starting to tighten up as you softly press into the ground. Breath in, breath out. Rising on an inhale, staying for the exhale. Come back to neutral. As we find that back bend, we're going to do a forward fold. So slide down the legs, letting your head drop down. And if there is not enough room for you to breathe here, allow the knees to open out wide and fold over that way. The palms may wish to touch the floor, but they do not have to be there. If the arms want to reach towards the legs of the chair, you may choose to pull yourself towards it. Stay here for 5 breaths. Notice your thoughts, sensations of the body. Offer yourself kindness. You should not be experiencing any added pain. Possibly arriving at your second to last breath. Once you've completed all 5 of them, softly make your way back to center. And once again, I'll turn to face you. Feet still flat on the floor. Beginning to move our spine the 6 ways it is supposed to move. So forward, back, side to side, and lateral movement. Begin to take your right hand down by your right side. And first one we're going to do here is just sliding down towards the floor. Your right shoulder's going down to the ground, trying to reach. Left cheek will want to leave the chair. Keep it rooted down. Inhale, come back up. Let's go the other way. Left hand's going to reach down. Left shoulder lowering. Right hip connected. Right cheek connected to your seat. Inhale, rise back up. Now let's add on to that. Right hand's going to reach down. Inhale, left arm up to the sky, elbow bent or straight. As you exhale, reach up and over. Inhale, stay. Exhale. Inhale, switch out the arms. My left hand's going to go down as my right arm travels up. Exhale, over to the side. Inhale, exhale, stay. Inhale, lengthen, arms down by your sides. Bring the hands down to the thighs on top or to your knees. Some cat and cow, moving the pelvis forward and back. So while we're here, bring the hip points forward. Add a soft arch to your back, or quite drastic if you're used to that. Slide them back, look forward and up. Breathe in. Think about opening the chest. Exhale, round your spine. Let the shoulders cave forward, hips flip back. Look down towards those thighs. Let's do a few more of those. Inhale, open the chest. Cow pose. And then exhale into your cat pose. Breath in, opening. And then breath out, closing. 3 more to go. Breath in. out, modify, or change your practice to meet your needs. 2 more. Opening, in, exhale. Last one. In, and then back out. Back to center. And really imagining yourself connected to the floor by your feet, maybe pulling the toes apart. And then we could drop the toes down. So really feeling the floor underneath of you, feeling the seat underneath of you. Now notice your abdomen. So we could imagine tightening the pelvic floor. So if you've ever had to go to the bathroom and there is no bathroom around, so tightening up, maybe allowing the core to engage. So you could think like, oops, I'm about to walk into something, that tightening that happens as we start to lift up towards the ceiling. Right, so keeping that engaged, take your right hand to your left knee, and then let your left hand either fall down by your left hip or hold on to the back of the chair, very gently twisting over to the left. We're not searching or seeking out our back cracking. It may happen organically, rather than pushing through and forcing it to happen. Right, so breathe in, breathe out, look towards the back of the chair or over the left shoulder. 2 more breaths. Inhaling, exhaling completely, and then traveling back to center. Your left hand's going to go to your right knee this time, or thigh. Right hand by the side of the chair or holding onto the back of the chair. Lengthening, and then exhale, twist. I encourage many of my students or patients not to really grip onto the back of the chair and see where their own flexibility is, their own range of motion. Breathe in. 2 more breaths left on this side. Inhale. Exhale fully, coming back to center. I think it would feel nice in my own body if I were to travel forward into that forward fold, letting the head drop down, hands resting on the tops of the feet, the legs, the sides, or reaching back to the legs of the chair. Possibly feeling the lower back stretching. Begin to rise back up. Take your right leg, extend it out in front of you. Notice where you can have it straight without having to lean back. So once again, I'm going to change the position of my chair so that it's easier to visualize taking place. So the right leg is lifted, the knee can be bent. We're not leaning back in order to compensate. Don't just be tall here. Right? Move your toes, point them back towards your face, point them away. Maybe do an ankle roll here. Go the other way. And then with that leg back in its flex position, or our dorsiflexion, drop your right heel to the ground. Allow both hands to travel to your left thigh. I like to put one over the other. Inhale really tall here. Imagine activating the abdomen again. And then as you exhale, we're going to travel forward towards our right big toe. Feel free to bend the right knee a bit if there's anything showing up, or to travel back. Let's hang out here for a moment. Breathing in, breathing out, keeping that breath in our practice. Softening where we can. Relax the eyes, looking towards the right big toe. And then gently up. While our right hand is resting on our left thigh, take the left hand and we're going to twist. So left hand's reaching back towards that corner of the seat. and then back to center. Switch out the legs, so we'll bring the right one in to bend. The left one can extend, avoiding the leaning back. And wherever you can have this leg straight. Front toes back, point forward. A roll here, a roll there. And then back into our flex position, we're going to drop the heel down. Hands on the left side, lengthen. As you exhale, fold over. Try to avoid the inward bowing of the leg, or that hyperextension may lead to some complications down the road, and we want a nice long sustained practice. Towards the left big toes. Breathing in, breathing out. Gently work your way back up. Keep the left hand on the right thigh. Maybe the right hand reaches back towards the right corner of your chair and twist to the right. For your exhale, come back. Extend both legs out in a comfortable position, so whether the knees are slightly bent or the legs are completely straight. Not pressing on the knees themselves, but rather on the thighs or skipping to the shins. Nice and tall. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, start to bring the head forward, the spine forward, sliding the shoulder blades down the back, keeping the chest open, letting that heart shine. The hands want to travel a little lower, let them. Observe any sensations. And gradually work your way back up to center. Soft twist either way, to the left and over to the right. Find a comfortable way to sit on your chair. If you're unfamiliar with sun salutation A from the seated position, that's exactly what we're going to practice now. If you've never practiced sun salutation A, perfectly fine. Okay, so I'm going to turn to face you without moving my chair. You're still sitting right as you are. The back of the chair being behind you. Bring the hands in front of the heart, palms pressing gently into one another, elbows out to the sides, and close the eyes or look down to the floor while keeping the chin level with the ground. Maybe lift the toes again, spread them, and perhaps try to even grab onto the floor and relax the feet. Feel connected through here. So if you need to move around a little bit, you need to move your bottom as it sits in this chair. And then find some slowing down, eventual stillness. Gently open the eyes. Allow your arms to go down by your sides. Inhale, sweep them up towards the ceiling and up towards the sky. Exhale, retrace that space, but this time we're going to fold forward. As we breathe in, we'll come up halfway. Hands on our thighs or our shins will look forward. As we exhale, bring your body down. Take the hands back towards the corners of the back of the chair. Cobra, lifting up. Exhale, sweep the arms forward towards chair or a downward facing dog. As you inhale, bring the hands down, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, palms down to the heart. Take a moment. Take a breath. Inhale, the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, arms down towards the floor. Inhale, hands to shins, lifting up halfway, flattening that spine. Exhale, sliding back down. Inhale, reaching back towards the back of the chair. Exhale, sweep the hands forward. Inhale, arms down, shins. Exhale, slide back towards the floor. Inhale, rise to sky. Exhale, down to heart. And another breath, breathing in. Breathing. Inhale, up to the ceiling. Exhale, down towards the floor. Inhaling, sliding up midway of the shins. Exhale, down towards the floor. Inhale, arms reach back. Find that cobra variation. Exhale, arms reaching forward, up, diagonal, down dog. Inhale, the arms go down to the shins, moving forward. Exhale, sliding down towards the earth. Inhale, retrace that space up towards the sky. And then exhale down to the. Find another soft twist either way, towards your right and towards your left. With some ease, if it feels comfortable and safe to you, we're going to rise up and stand behind our chair. So when you feel ready to, maybe you make it even more of a challenging practice if this is challenging to you. Lifting through the pelvis again, much like we had before, seeing if we can stand up without using the hands. Okay? And if you need to use your hands, that does not make you any less. Okay? So once you find yourself behind your chair, beginning with warrior one. Start with the right foot, you're gonna keep it in the center, and then send the left foot back as far as you're comfortable with. For now, just leave the heel up. So both feet are pointing the same direction towards the chair, holding on gently to the back. Bend the right knee so that it's over the ankle. You should still be able to make out your toes, so as we go forward, the toes disappear. And leave fine in alignment. That may mean even looking towards your own video to see what your body looks like. Now softly turn the back foot so that you can bring your heel to the floor and the side of the foot to the floor. Maybe it is parallel to the back of your mat or slightly turned in, whatever allows your hip to feel most secure, for the thigh to feel comfortable. And our pelvis and our collarbone are generally going to be pointing towards the back of our chair. So now we're in warrior one. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep one hand on the chair if you would like, and send the other arm up to the sky. Perhaps try to take both arms away as you rise in your warrior one. Breath rises. As you exhale, feel the distance between both feet. In, out, one more in, and as we breathe out, let's take the hands back to the chair. Softly step the left foot to the right one, and walk your feet, lifting one heel, dropping the opposite one, like that. With both feet flat on the floor once again. This time, start to hold on to the chair. Maybe lift a set of toes or both feet, and then rise up maybe onto the tiptoes. Okay, so I'm breathing in and lifting my toes, maybe leaning back. As I exhale, I'm lifting up towards the toes. So a little bit of rocking motion here. If you'd like to try taking the hands away or hovering. And then find that softness. Allow the legs to relax or unlock the knees for a moment. We'll do the same thing with the other side. So send your right leg back to a distance that you feel comfortable with as you bend your left knee. So the heel is lifted for now. Take a look down towards the floor, towards the left foot. Find that alignment that works for you. Perhaps knee over ankle, ankle under knee. Pelvis generally forward towards the back of our chair. Same with our collarbone. Now turn the back foot slightly so that we can bring the entire foot to the floor. Again, it could be parallel to the back of your mat or slightly turned inward. Open up the chest. Perhaps one arm lifts up to the sky, or hold on gently, possibly letting go. Breath in, you rise. Breath out, settling. Inhaling. Perhaps as you exhale, relax the shoulders. Exhale. Inhale, just rise one more time. Exhale, bring the hands down, step the foot forward, and take another breath or two, moving your legs in any way that feels good to you. Bringing the hands to still hold onto the back of the chair. Walk your feet back, both of them. Allow the elbows to stay soft here. And bringing the head between the arms. The legs could be straight, or perhaps bending the knees as we find a forward fold, also the shape of downward facing dog. Breathe in, now maybe even open up the fingers. Play around with your stance if you'd like to walk back just a little bit more. Play with it. If you would like to walk a little closer. It is your body and your practice. See what would happen if you took your feet maybe a little bit wider towards the edges of the mat. Softening the knees once again. One more. Bring the feet back. Start to rise up, perhaps with a breath as you walk towards the back of the chair. Open up the chest and look up. Come back to center, maybe tilt the chin down. Right foot's going to stay where it is. Send the left leg back again, like our warrior one. This time, bring the foot back to the floor. We're getting a bit more familiar with it. Take the left hand, let it go straight back. In the stance, if you need to be wider, I use the indicator of my knee. So if I tend to continue to track forward, I know I need to go a little bit wider. So holding on gently to the chair, maybe you've tried floating the right arm off the chair. Okay. And just for now, flip both palms up. Allow the elbows to be soft. And then flip those palms down. Possibly lengthen away from one another. Inhale deeply. And your collarbone, your pelvis is now opened opposite. So instead of reaching forward and tilting forward and being possibly squared forward, we are open out to our left. Take another breath. We have got this. And then reconnect with the chair. Bring the other hand back. Step the foot forward a couple hops if needed. And walk the feet. Bending at the knees to relax the thighs. And then right leg's going to go back this time. Turning the foot, connecting to the ground, left knee over ankle. And perhaps the right hand starts to reach back. Settling in on this side. Just floating the left hand off the chair. That is an option for you tonight. Lift the palms up towards the ceiling, soft elbows. And flip them down, lengthen away from one another. Allow the shoulders to relax. They don't keep you up here, and your ears. Take a breath in. As you exhale, left hand connects back to the chair, right hand is going to turn. Use your breath to come back to center. And gently turn so that your right hip is closest to the back of the chair. playing with tree pose. So enough space that you can hold onto the chair, but perhaps let go if you want to play with your balance today. Our right leg is going to be our sturdy leg for this side. Take the left hand, bring it to your hip with the left heel. Let's turn it out towards this side, trying to bring our left ankle to be slightly tilted. The tiptoes to touch the floor, and the left heel will touch above the right ankle. So you may notice some shifting over to that foot, tightening up. Think about two different lines of space here. So one connecting the right side and the left side down the center of the body, and one connecting the lower half of the body and the upper half of the body together. Perhaps take the right hand away, steady, grounded there. Maybe the left foot wants to travel towards the inside of that calf. Pressing on the inside of the knee. First thing that happens is you fall over. Get back in. If the hand is away from the chair and you would like to reach down and put the foot high on the thigh, practicing in a way that feels good to you today. Maybe the left hand is right in front of the heart as though the right hand has come to meet it. Maybe both hands do meet. Wherever you are, play for another moment. Another breath. Turn the hand to either hip or to the chair and gently release the left foot to the front. Walk the hips. And let's do the other side. So for the sake of being equal to you, imagine that I have the chair on my left side. Actually, I'm just going to move it. So now, perhaps you also need to move your chair so that you're still facing the screen. Bring the left hip to face that. It should be closest towards the chair. You can hold on with your left hand. Our left leg's going to be our sturdy leg this time. Right hand can start with the hip. Think about those two different lines down the body connecting. Lift the right heel up. Let's open out to the right with that leg. And our right heel is going to connect to our left ankle. Big toes touching down, or toes of the right foot connecting with the earth. Inhale and exhale. Can this be enough for you? Can you try to take your big toes away from the floor? Maybe we connect to the calf. Try taking our hand away from the chair. Or we're just practicing and playing today. If you want to, reach down and perhaps set the foot up. Be mindful of your knee and any feedback you'd like to give to you. Maybe the right hand goes to the center of the heart. So the left hand pressing towards it. Maybe the left hand does come to meet it. And if you fall out, get back in. One more breath. And you can return afterwards. Gently release the leg. Walk the feet. Face the chair again. Walk back. Roll over. Take the right hand, allow it to dangle. And imagine swiping up the left leg. Put the right hand on the chair. The left hand's going to swipe down towards the right leg. And we'll do that 2 more times. My right arm is sliding it up. And then breathing out the other leg. In, right leg. And out, left leg. Rise back. Maybe open the chest and look up. Exhale, chin to the chest. Down. Back to center. bring yourself back to your seat and reach for your pillows or your block. Moving towards the ending of our practice today. Allow one of the pillows to go underneath your feet. And perhaps the other one can rest on your lower back. You fold mine twice, thin pillow. And allow the knees to open out towards the sides, bringing the bottom of the feet together. So a different angle would show you that our feet are opened out towards the sides. Perhaps you decide to sit back. Hands can hold onto the sides of the chair, or bring one hand over the other, resting on the belly. You choose to look on a diagonal line here, or close the eyes. No longer hold in this posture. Maybe 10 breaths in and out. Opening, closing the chest. Third breath. Exhaling. Exhaling. Finding our fifth or halfway point. Leaves. Sixth breath. Seventh breath. Eighth breath. Inhaling into the night. Exhale. And our last breath, we're together. Softly sitting up a bit as we bring the knees back towards one another. Slide your feet underneath your pillow. Reach down to meet that pillow and place it on your thighs. Hands gently over top of that. And then leaning back. Discover your Shavasana here. So options include putting something underneath the feet. Leaning. Perhaps you choose to sit up and have your feet connected to the earth. Just stay here for about 5 minutes. Close the eyes. See if there's any last movements to occur for you to be still. If you are used to a floor-based practice, a seated Shavasana may be a bit of a change for you. Gently allow your body to find a position that does work. A different option could include, if you feel comfortable getting to the floor knowing that you can get back up, I will show you a variation where we put our feet on the chair. So I do encourage that if you feel comfortable getting down and back up, but absolutely you are in control of the practice. Maybe you stay just like this. Otherwise, we'll put a pillow down on the floor. Gently lower yourself to the ground. Placing another pillow on your chair, if you would like, lowering onto your back, and then putting the back of the heels, or perhaps even the back of the calves on the chair. Hands can open out to the sides. And we enjoy our Shavasana as well. seated or laying down. Just relax the body to soften. Remember that we need to be besides here, tending to ourselves, higher energy. Soften your feet on the chair underneath your body. And to connect back towards the room right now. Feeling the floor, clothing, the temperature, And softly running each thumb and finger together, feeling each fingertip. Gently move the head to the right and to your left. Let the chin towards the chest, up towards the sky, and back down towards the chest. With some soft movement of hands, finding that space in front of the heart, one over the other, or together into a prayer position in front of our hearts. Elbows out to the sides, as we call some attention to ourselves, to the ways we practice this evening, in the time you gave yourself, with yourself, the movement of energy, breath. And I thank you for allowing me to instruct you this evening. The love and light in me honors the same love and light within you. Namaste.